All right, hey, what's up, everyone? Here we are, hole 3 here. Going to take a look at this first time. A little bit of a tailwind, which is going to turn into a side wind for the approach, it looks like. So it'll be interesting to see kind of, the best strategy here. This is a very interestingly shaped fairway. And I don't think there's really any kind of hook slice that you can do very easily. And it might be best to just kind of do something that's going to put this out in play best as possible. So here, ball comes in, and that's kind of the biggest thing that I was worried about, is it not making it. And even if you do get up into that other fairway, is there really an advantage there? And I'm not sure. I'm really not sure of the answer. If it's worth trying to force the ball down there. It looks like you may get just a touch of a better angle. I'm thinking something along the lines of maybe a gear ball. Just trying to get as much top spin on this as you can. And maybe sneak it over into that last fairway. So I'm thinking somewhere in here for a starting point, and then 2 full bullseye stacks here. Let's just see if we can force it down to that last fairway here. It's really going to be dependent upon this land zone, though, and you got to be careful. It looks like not too bad. That was pretty centered. And you can see that it's rolling down here and just coming up short. So maybe the Berserker would have had just enough momentum to get down there. However, what I do think, being up with where I just put it, maybe with that extra distance, maybe we can still get to the green. So that is kind of one of the advantages to kind of just going with that brute force approach. Otherwise, you'll just want to try to lay back into the fairway. And it's really probably going to be close more than anything. So really just getting this eagle is going to be really what you want to focus on. Make sure that you don't take a birdie on this one. So you'll want to go with a shot that you can, feels a little bit more consistent. You can see that first bounce on that tee shot, I landed on a downslope, which made just a little bit tougher. When you land on a downslope, it's a little bit tougher. But what we're going to try to do, as you can see, we can't really hop it up there. So we're just going to try to just get this up into this fairway here. So I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 7-8 rings, somewhere around here. Good ball's going to end up costing me. I'm not even sure I could have got it up there, but what I was trying to do more than anything is just try to get it as far up as we can. And overall, my miss isn't terrible because I'm going to kind of straighten out this wind arrow. That's one of the main reasons that I kind of wanted to kind of just like stick it over to the left, if anything, because missing to the right would be kind of the opposite, is you'd be creating more of a side wind. Just going to make that next shot just a little bit tougher. However, the one thing that I don't mind about the wind, and that's why I wanted to try to force that up there and hope that it just maybe crawled into the fairway, is because of the fact that even in the rough, we're not going to have to play as much wind effect. The ball stays very low to the ground, makes it for a much more holdable shot than, say, a short iron or a long iron, because the ball is lower and you won't see typically as much wind effect taking place. So the ball just kind of holds its line a little bit better. So you'll see that, when you get it up here, it looks like still got a bit of a side wind. You can see how much of a bear this hole is going to be. Just trying to get there in 2 is going to be what you're going to want to try to focus on. Make sure that you never... So you'll just want to rehearse this until you get enough confidence to be able to pull this off. Now, what I'll typically do You can see I was putting it kind of right on the right edge of the cup. I'm kind of in the territory where I'm about 7 per ring. So very small adjustment. You can see with what it looks like. It's not even quite 2 rings here. Biggest thing is going to be perfect ball. It looks like I called it. So let's see if this can sneak in here. It looks like, sure enough, that it did. So I was able to get the eagle there. That's what you're going to want to do more than anything, is you're going to want to focus on getting that eagle. It looks like, trying to force and get a double eagle is going to be a very tough thing. You'll want to bring things like Cataclysm and maybe even just try to lay up that drive just a little bit more than I did and just try to make sure that you get it to the green in 2. So Cataclysm, a lot of top spin, and then you can just try to jump along that first fairway that you could see I couldn't do with the Nirvana. I couldn't bounce it off that first fairway into that last. However, with a Cataclysm, with all that extra topspin, should be able to do that. So that's the type of thing you might want to be thinking about, as more of a layup. So hopefully you're able to do that. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on the next one.